ahead.
Rick, you guys had that third quarter comeback, but only 18 points in the fourth for you guys. What did they change something defensively that made it hard for you? Why do you feel like you guys slowed down so much in that final frame?
Well, I mean, you can look at that. The thing that concerns me is giving up 73 in the first half and only 44 in the second half. So it just speaks to our readiness to compete right off the bat, and it's just, it's not okay to get smashed in the face, to have to bring the level of force necessary, and that's how it went tonight, And then, we got a lead of 3 or whatever it was, and then it's just back and forth. And look, the foul differential killed us. The free throw differential killed us. Those are just facts. Those are on the stat sheet. And so, whatever happened in the fourth quarter, if we had played with the same force in the first half, we wouldn't be talking about the fourth quarter.
We asked you about size after you guys played these guys earlier this season, but it seems like so many matchups they have such that big advantage. Is there anything you can do with the size disadvantage with your team to combat that kind of
our
stuff?
whole team was fouling out in the first half. I mean, we had all 3 centers had 3 fouls. I subbed Smith in to play 4 with Isaiah Jackson, and then he got whistled for his 4th or something. And so, it was just hard to keep up with all that. So, going bigger is something that was on the table. Try to do it, and, I haven't looked at the game yet to see, what all the calls look like, and it doesn't matter now. But, I mean, the foul differential and the free throw differential is pretty embarrassing.
To keep going on that, not a ref question, but did you sense a theme in the fouls, like late rotations, guys getting beat at the point of attack? What do you feel like led to so many of those?
Well, I don't know what the breakdown was first half to second half. Second half at the point of attack, we were much more aggressive and on point, and so I would guess we had quite a few less fouls in the second half. But look, it's a big, strong, physical team. And you just have to play at full capacity, and we did not, and so we pay a price.
Obviously, you mentioned one of those guys who was out with foul trouble was Myles, so he did obviously turn it up a lot in the third quarter. I mean, just what did you see sort of change in him, and obviously how much of that was kind of frustration being taken out on the fact that he couldn't play very much in the first?
When did he go out?
Well, I mean, he played 10 minutes in the first half. I think somewhere along those lines. He had the knee injury with like.
Well, he played 10 minutes in the first quarter,
he didn't play very much in the first half. I think he had made like 2 shots.
Yeah, I don't remember the breakdown. What's the question though?
I'm just basically asking about his third and his fourth, the degree to which he turned it up, and.
Well, our whole team turned it up. It's not a thing where Myles is turning it up. The whole team is turning it up. Like, our whole team has to function like that for one guy to have an individual, night like that. That's the beauty of our team, and that's the challenge of it, is convincing these guys that, full capacity, full bore force together, with a high level of synergy is what it's all about. And so, second half was great. I mean, we lost the game. That's disappointing. But in the second half, we completely turned around the leverage of the game, and that's something we got to learn to do from the beginning.
How'd you feel about the way Andrew played, coming in as a starter? It seemed like he did a lot to kind of ease some things on Tyrese early, hit some big shots.
Yeah, he's terrific. Look, he knows this role. He did it all last year. He had a terrific game. I was a little concerned about the number of minutes, but this probably, if he comes out of this okay, which at this point seems like he's going to, helps get him back into into the flow pretty quickly with our team. So, he was very good.
And I know we keep asking about him over and over again, but it's Tyrese. It seemed like he had a little bit more freedom of movement today. I mean, is a lot of that what Andrew did to take the pressure off of him? Did they do a little bit less blitzing than you've seen in the last couple games? I mean, just what kind of allowed him to get a little bit more free maybe than he has been in the last couple? Ty's
a smart player. He's figuring things out before everyone's eyes, and I do think having Drew out there with him, it creates a different geometry of the game. And look, Bruce can do a lot of those things too. So it's not that different. But yeah, I mean, he's a great young player that's learning a lot, and he calculates and comes up with answers very quickly.
Rick, do you think you need a lineup change of some sort moving forward?
What do you mean?
Well, I mean,
like a rotation change or a starting lineup change?
Starting lineup change or rotation change. I mean, I think you've lost 6 out of 7 or 5 out of 7. Obviously, you're.
Yeah, we are what our record is. Right now we're a 500 team. We've had high highs and we've had low lows, and we've got to become more consistent. We're making some strides on defense. It's the third game in a row we've held teams under 120, which is progress for us, and so we've got to continue with that. But as far as everything, as far as the lineup, I'll look at the game and see what's what. I mean, there are different ways you can look at it. At what point does strengthening the starting lineup, bother the balance of your rotation, and so all those things are considerations, but I don't think this is, I don't think we're at a point right now where that's really the burning question. As I said the other night, our starting group has been one of our most effective groups. Now, Andrew playing with these guys is a little different, and he got 2 quick fouls, and so that influenced the game as well. So, anything else?
Yeah, Rick. What happened with Bruce? Why was he unavailable?
He's got a knee issue that I don't know if he's been on the injury report. Mike, has he? No, has he been at all this year? No. So it's something that it has been very, very minor. So it hasn't shown up on the report. But coming off a tough back-to-back, and then headed into tonight, he had a little more soreness. So he was ruled out. He's a late scratch. So the hope is that it's minor and it's something that can be resolved relatively quickly, but don't know anything other than that.
The fourth quarter of this game, and did they do something specifically that you felt like slowed you guys down so much at the end? Why do you feel like you got in a rut there?
I think we just got a little stagnant, missed opportunities that we should have capitalized on. Just got to be more physical. We got to do a better job. The game was in the fourth quarter. The game was in the first half. Coach preached about it in the locker room too. The game was in the first half. We gave up 20 points first half. We got to be relentless like that from the fourth quarter, in the second half, and treat that the same way in the first half. We'll figure it out, man, and come together. We're not too far away from that.
Similar about, they scored 73 in the first half. You guys didn't have that early in the game. Like, what happens when that isn't there? Can you tell right away that you're not playing the way you want? Is the energy missing? Is it something that happens pregame, or is it just like the symptom of an NBA season kind of deal?
Last time they came in, they embarrassed us. They punched us in the mouth. We didn't respond. And we were just trying to be more physical. We know we're down, 14, 15 and a half. Sometimes it's how basketball works. Sometimes you feed off the crowd, you get into the game. Alice made a few plays, Ty made some plays, and you try to figure it out. But we was not able to weather the storm and enjoy that fight. We think we beginning that early fourth, we tend to like take the foot off the pedal and they make a couple shots, and we're always trying to play catch up basketball, and we couldn't be able to like get back in the fight.
Is it just their size? What about that team is so tricky for you guys?
Man, they play hard every second, every play. They play hard. They're very beatable, but they play hard, and I think that hard play is what separates them. They don't have no elite shot making. There's Gary Harris, but their hard play makes them so elite. And you have guys playing hard every possession. And Jamal Mosley does a great job, just having them playing hard every possession and boxing out. And their length is they're 6'7" from every position. Which is, and they got guys coming off the bench at a 6'7", 6'8". But no, we had a chance to win this game. I just think we let it get away from us.
You mentioned Rick talking about it at a half. I mean, it really seemed like you guys came out with an edge, going into the third quarter, basically. I mean, like, what was the message that got across, and how did you guys, I guess, receive it? I mean, what kind of clicked for you, switched over?
I feel like we just got stagnant at spurts in the first half. We went on a run, and we didn't went on a run. And we lost it, and then we try to get it back, and I try to weather the storm. And the coaches they're telling us all the right things to do. We as players have to go there and apply it, and try to resemble that same hard play that Orlando brings each and every day. And each and every second. Yes, this is NBA. You can get scored on, but you playing hard, giving your best effort, all to the whole 48 minutes. Good results will come, and. We didn't have that extra fight to get us across that bump, man. We needed that, but we're getting close, man.
I promise I'm not trying to get you in trouble with this, and I'm not asking about the calls themselves, but obviously the free throw disparity is huge, and also you have a bunch of guys in foul trouble early. How much did that throw off the rhythm? Again, not asking about the calls themselves.
Of course, how I said, we gotta be more smart. We gotta know how guys gonna beat us. They do. Don't get me wrong. They do a really good job going downhill. They're relentless. Wagner and Banchero, they do a hell of a good job getting downhill, putting it, and that's why they're so good, because they're able to slow the game down, and a team like us like to play fast, so they're on the free throw line, we just walking the wall back up to them, and their length can be a big factor in that, and we can't get into our flow how we want to, so we gotta do a better job without fouling, but it'd be like that sometimes, and when you don't get the whistle going your way.
When you guys were flowing offensively, I mean, the first time you guys played them, Tyrese had a really hard time getting any kind of room, but it seemed like he was able to get some operating room. Obviously, you hit some big shots. I mean, what do you think, what worked better when it was working for you guys offensively than last time?
We just get stagnant. There's different spurts. You just get stagnant in different spurts. We just got to figure out how to weather the storm. And, you look at the stats now, the bench didn't play too good, but, we get us one of the best benches in the league. And, they just came up short tonight, and they know it, and I'm pretty sure next game they're gonna find a way to respond. We got a really elite bench, but that's not the excuse why we lost. So I can't give you anything. We got to figure it out, man. We lost together as a team. We got to figure it out.
Buddy, when you face a team with this kind of modern size, like Toronto, like them, and you're undersized at every position and out of length, what becomes the most important thing then?
Hard play. I'll physical them, doing the little things. Rebound, box out, every possession matters, because their length covered up a lot for it. So, hard play, man.
And then with James back in the fold, how have you already noticed him reestablishing himself and making some kind of difference?
James Johnson? He's a vocal leader, man. He's just one of the best guys I've been around the league. Just positive. He's like another coach out there, and he connects with us really well on and off the court. And he's like a big bro, man. He's just helping the rookies, helping Ty, helping Miles, and just talking in my ear, talking to everybody in the ear, and like he's that positive voice that you need in the locker room, And like I say, he's another coach out there, and but as a player, which is needed.
Tyrese, Buddy, and Rick both talked about you guys coming out slow in this game. They had over 70 points in the first half. Why do you think that is, or has happened to you guys so often this season?
Fouling.
send everybody to the free throw line. Teams live at the free throw line against us. That's been a reoccurring theme. Some has been noticeable since the Lakers game, really. So we didn't foul as much in the second half. That allowed us to get out and run. I mean, when teams are attacking us to get us to foul because they can't run with us. So, when we don't foul, we're a lot better than we are when we do.
You guys do lead the league in opponent free throw rate. So two things on that. One, why do you think that is the case? Is it defensive lapses, slow rotations? And two, you guys like to play fast. So when those things break up the game like that, how much does it change what you can do stylistically?
When you're out of position so much and scramble so much, it puts people in bad situations to foul. And, I think that's the biggest thing. We're just out of position a lot as a team. And so I think that's why the coaching staff's main focus has been defense lately, our main conversations and through practices and stuff like that. And then the second part of your question was how does that affect us running? Teams live at the free throw line. It's hard to run because it allows them to set their defense. They can pick up full court. On misses, it's really tough for them to do that. So, again, I think it's just a theme that really started in that Laker game and has kind of continued till now.
Fourth quarter, your offense wasn't there. The whole team, not just you. 18 points for you guys in that quarter. What do you feel like? Did they do something to slow you down? What do you think changed for you guys in that frame?
I missed a layup that would have, I think, brought the game to like 5 or something. We missed a couple. Buddy missed a layup. Missed a 3. I think we got some good looks, just missed them. And then we had a turnover in transition. I think there was just a couple plays we didn't capitalize on when we needed to, and that ultimately swung the game.
Prior to that, it seemed like you had more room to operate tonight than you have in a while, and certainly than you did when you played these guys the first time. And did they blitz less, double less, or anything like that, or was it just being able to play in transition more? And to what degree do you think Drew, kind of helped you out tonight and opened some things up for you?
I don't think it really had anything to do with them, honestly, or us as a team. I think that I just made a lot more shots today and did a better job of getting guys in spots. I thought my teammates put me in a good position. Drew gave me a gimme in the corner. Guys were looking for me. So I think that had a lot to do with that. It's nothing that they did differently or anything compared to the last time we saw them. They guarded me the exact same that they have been. I made some shots today, just getting back into the flow of things.
I know we keep asking you about this. This has probably been the main theme of our questions for the last week and a half. But, do you feel like you have a little bit better sense of how to attack everybody game by game? Do you feel like you're taking lessons from each game and applying them? And do you feel like today was not a breakthrough necessarily, but do you feel like today was another step?
I just think every night is a growing experience. Every night is an opportunity to learn and get better. And I'm a basketball junkie, so I think after games like I've been having lately, it's just been a lot of film study and a lot of understanding that. So that's been my biggest thing since these recent struggles is just getting into the film and seeing where I can be better. Turning the ball over a lot right now, missing a lot of shots. So just getting back to the basics. We were on the road for a long time, so getting back home, lifting. Getting extra shots, going to church, getting in my routine, you know what I mean? And things are going to get better.
Myles was obviously a big piece of that third quarter, and obviously he missed a lot of time with fouls and everything in the first half. Just how important was he in getting you guys back into it? What just impressed you about everything he did in that period to get you guys rolling?
I thought he did a good job protecting the rim when Paolo got downhill. We did a good job of showing our hands and allowing Myles to protect the rim there. And then I think offensively I just was able to find him in the role, and I think that's when I'm scoring the ball well and teams have to put 2 on the ball more, I think that leaves him open to do his thing. And I think he played really well today.
You talked previously about learning when to take the shot and talking maybe with Sue Bird and anyone. Have you talked with anyone about this current phase you're dealing with?
Yeah, it's interesting because everybody has the answers. Everybody can tell. Everybody knows exactly what I'm supposed to do. How I get out the slump. Everybody's got the answers except for me, I guess. So that's been the funny thing of these recent struggles. But at the end of the day, I just got to be who I am. I think being Isaac, we always just say, be you, be who you are. And so at the end of the day, that's all I have to do is trust my work, understand what's happening happens to everybody over the course of a year. I've been missing shots, turning the ball over. I've been bad for the last week and a half. So just want to be better. And honestly, I mean, I'm okay playing that like that if we win. But I think at the end of the day, I've been hurting our team more than I've been helping. So just trying to get back into the flow of things, get us. We're here at 500, so it's restarting the year for us basically. We got a really tough schedule coming up, so that's the exciting part. And it's Christmas season, holiday season. Everybody's got their fam in. Everybody's gonna be feeling better moving forward once you see your fam and stuff. I mean, we've been on the road a ton, so I'm excited for us to get a couple days of rest and be ready to go. And yeah, like I said, everybody's got the answers.
What becomes most important when you play a modern style team like this, where you're kind of undersized at every position, length is an extreme challenge, and things like that?
I mean, I think for us, just not fouling. That's the biggest thing. Because we're undersized at some positions. I think Paulo and Franz are two of the, they're the future of the game in the sense of where the game is trending. Long wings that can really do everything, defend multiple positions, get downhill, shoot the three, handle. I mean, they're really, really good, both those guys. So that's the future of the league, those two guys. And so we just got to understand how we can be better. I mean, 41 free throws to 13. I mean, that's not going to cut it. That's not going to cut it. I don't know what. I think we're fouling a lot, but yeah.
Moved pretty quickly and have a sense of what your role was with playing next to Ty. Just basically, what did you feel just worked out for you, offensively, especially to start with?
I think I was just letting it come to me with the way we play is so random. So you just gotta kind of pick your spots and understand when's the right time to be aggressive to make a play for yourself, and when it's time to also be aggressive to make a play, but gotta kick it out to somebody else. I think I did a solid job with that.
Just physically, what's it been like just getting back into a rhythm, basically just starting Thursday or playing Thursday and getting back into this, and how you feeling basically?
Yeah, I feel good. I feel really good. I feel like the whole week I was really having hard, really getting in the weight room, so my body's fresh. I feel like I'm ready to get out there and play whatever minutes I get, just compete.
You started with Ty a lot last year. Is anything different playing next to him this year with the way he's changed, the way you guys have changed, the way you play a little bit?
It wasn't like we're just selling.
I wouldn't say much. I think this year I'm trying to be more of a threat on that side of the floor to even open it up more for him. As last year I was trying to just kind of fit in a little bit more. So I'm just trying to keep building myself and see where I can fit in beside him.
As you toggled more between on and off ball this season, last year was more off ball. How have you felt about your offensive growth this year from last year?
I think it's taking a leap. I think it's going in the right direction, and I'm happy about where it's going. I think it's going to continue to go in that direction.
What was the rehab process like for you? Were you only knocked out for a few days? How long did it take you to get back to being able to do what you do?
Like this past week?
Yeah.
I probably didn't get on the court much for 3-4 days, and then I was back to kind of playing ones and going up and down gradually. And by the last couple of days, I was playing full court fives.
Can you feel it all now?
No, not at all.
From a team standpoint, obviously, you guys picked it up a lot in the third, and I think Rick was just talking about how he tried to get that point across to you guys that there needed to be a lot more presence. I mean, what did you kind of see go wrong in the first half, and how do you guys think you kind of flipped a switch in the second?
I just think we come on sometimes not really valuing every possession from the beginning of the game and trying to fill it out, and as the game goes on, you realize how important they are, and then you start picking it up. So I think just a thing of being mature and understanding that we got to come out and be the hunters every time. We're still the young guys that are trying to hunt, so it's like we're not there. We're not made or nothing.
What do you make of this team's foul issues? Do you think it's late rotations, communication errors? Why do you feel like you guys are failing so much?
It's a tough question. It's hard to guard in the league with some of these offensive players just trying to hunt fouls all game. It's tough. I think we just got to keep watching the film and keep understanding the feel of when guys are going to try doing certain things like that and get our hands on it. But it's just a learning thing. You got to continue to build.
Do you think that practice Tuesday, the focus on the defense and getting back to simple stuff has helped you? Like, have you seen some progress on that end of the floor these last 3 games?
I think there's been a little more focus on the last 3 games. I think there's also been like more care for us in the last 3 games. Everybody. I think we've had lulls though throughout games at times too, which is why we had a 7-point half. So we got to put full games together to beat teams.
Appreciate you, Drew.
Thank you.
With that,
I'm good. It's the equivalent to a funny bone. Basically, got hit like a sweet spot of my knee, went numb for a little bit, and just ran it out. And then great training staff here got me right, so it was good.
what about that team, their size, the way they play, whatever, is so tricky for you guys? It feels like they get you out of your rhythm more than anyone played this year.
I mean, you can't teach height. I mean, honestly, I think we flew around a lot better this game than we did last game. I'm really not mad at our defensive efforts. I think we held them to like 40-something points in the second half. Terrible first half, but we proved night in, night out that we can do it. But we just wait too long. I feel like sometimes we wait to get punched, to punch back, and it can't be that way. You got to punch first at times. But I think that they hit shots when it mattered. I think they got some good players over there. They make good plays.
The foul issue tonight has been really a season-long trend. Why do you think is leading to those, whether it be late rotations, breakdowns at the point of attack? Why do you feel like you guys have that?
I think it's just human nature at times that when you feel you get beat, you throw your hands in there, and it's a discipline thing. I think it's something that we got to continue to teach and continue to preach. Is just that trust your help. At times you can have, like I said, have a great defensive possession. One thing we say here is we won. So once we won, just keep your hands out of there and make them shoot a tough shot. But something like I said, we just got to keep preaching.
You obviously had 15 in that third. I mean, it seemed like you were taking out a lot of frustration from that first half. And just what got you going in that quarter, basically, and just what, as far as how you operated on offense, but also what you were able to do on defense as well.
It's nothing different. It's opportunity. Once I see my opportunities, and I'll try to get as aggressive as possible. I got to make, I got to make more opportunities for myself. I think I know that, especially in the second half. But at the same time, when you have a team that's flowing, you got 4 or 5 guys that get going at the same time. It's tough at times, but. I think I just got to keep picking and choosing my thoughts to be aggressive and be more aggressive down the stretch.
Your eyes light up a little bit when they throw up that inbounds pass?
My 7th grade football days, you know what I'm saying? It's a little defensive back shit, you feel me?
I use the term free safety on Twitter. That's
free
exactly
safety,
what it
that
looked
works.
What did you do with the painting from the Star Wars game?
I'm going to ship it back to Austin. Let's just go back up my crib eventually. But yeah, no, it's at the crib right now. She did an amazing job. It's just upside down and back. It's crazy, bro. Yeah.
It's amazing. What position did you play in football? You mentioned it.
defensive end and right tackle. I was not
okay.
a football player.
I didn't think you would have played secondary, but I just wanted to throw the possibility.
I hated every minute of it. It was